On 107, The Rock and Fox Show. It is 8:15, and this morning at Greater New Bedford Voc Tech, the students, the staff, they are all wearing two different colored shoes in honor of a fallen hero, in honor of George Heath, their media teacher, who was murdered on Tuesday night at the Bertucci's in Silver City Galleria during that awful attack that had happened. The widow of George Heath, Rosemary Heath, she joins us this morning on the Rock and Fox Show. Rosemary, I got to say to you, I do not know how you are so composed at a time like this. Your energy is amazing. I don't know where you're drawing your energy from. You're blowing me away. The fact that you can get up early and come in here and talk to us about what happened that night. Where are you drawing your energy from?
This is my way of getting through this. You know, making sure that everybody knows how great a husband he was, how great of a man he was, and to know that what he did on Tuesday night, it was him. It's just what he does. It's how he reacted in every situation.
Let's talk about what he did on Tuesday night. And I'm sure it's something that you've relived in your mind over and over again since Tuesday night, and it's probably going to be like that for quite some time. And I feel so sorry for you that that's the reality of your life right now. I really feel so sorry for you. But you're at Bertucci's.
Yep.
Up at the Silver City Galleria. What were you doing up there in the mall? You going to be catching a movie or something?
We were supposed to go to the movies on Saturday, but he had a class that ran late, and he actually forgot that the class was going to be on Saturday till Friday night. So I said, well, if you can get home, we'll go to the movies. Otherwise, I'll transfer it to another night. So that's what we did. We couldn't go on Saturday, so I said, we'll go Tuesday because it's a slow night. There won't be a whole lot of people there. We'll hit Bertucci's first, and then we'll go over there.
So now right there, that one decision, do you think, what if we had just gone on Saturday?
No.
What if we had just gone on Wednesday night or Thursday night?
No, there's no what ifs. You can't think like that. I mean, because you can't have control of it. So, I mean, we picked Tuesday, and we were going on Tuesday.
Right.
So he came home from work, took the dogs to the field, as he did every day, and then came back to see me, and then we left, went to Bertucci's. We walked in.
Is that a place you go a lot?
Yeah, when we go to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we go to the movies, then we go to Bertucci's. But it's not like we would just say, let's go to Bertucci's.
Yeah.
And we liked the bar there, and there was one person sitting at the bar when we got there, so we chose to sit probably the third and fourth seat in. And
you were sitting at the bar?
At the bar.
Oh, okay.
At the bar, and that's what we liked. We didn't like sitting in a booth.
Yeah.
Then the gentleman that was sitting to our right left or went to the men's room or something, but he wasn't there when the whole thing went down. We ordered a beer, and then the drink got set in front of us, and we usually do a cheers. Like we would probably do my cheer would be to who's going to win, Iron Man or Captain America, because he's a huge superhero fan. So am I. We didn't even get to that point, and we heard the woman scream, and at first, when we both looked over, what was going through my head is, did she just burn herself? And then I saw her get stabbed. And then she's running away from him. But there was a clear line from her to me. And she started running to me. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh, my God, that poor thing. And she's just screaming, help me, help me, help me. And I just grabbed her and pushed her away and then swung the chair.
So she's running away, and he is trying to stab
her. He is stabbing her in the back as she's running. He had her shirt and was stabbing her in the back. After I pushed her away, I grabbed the chair and thinking I could pick the chair up and hit him with it, and then George could get the knife. But the chairs are so heavy, I couldn't actually pick it up.
I was going to say, that it must be like a bar stool, so those are pretty heavy.
It's pretty heavy. I'm not strong. I really am not. And I knew George was like right behind me.
But you weren't scared, let me run away.
No. Oh, God, no. I had to help the girl. The girl was running at me.
Wow.
She was saying, pleading to me, help me. And I knew it was me she was talking to. We locked eyes. And I grabbed the back of his shirt, trying to grab him so he couldn't go back after the girl. Because I didn't know if he knew her. I didn't know if this was a domestic dispute.
Well, sure,
thing.
yes.
So I grabbed the back of his shirt, hoping that I could just pull him back and keep him from getting to somebody else.
So you didn't see anything from him until he was already attacking her? Like, you didn't see him enter the room?
No, I couldn't tell you if he came in, however he came in.
Because I wonder where he got that knife.
I thought about that too, and I don't know. I mean, it was not a regular steak knife. I don't want anybody to think that he just picked up a steak knife. That would be on a table. That was not it.
It was like something like a butcher knife from the kitchen.
This was a chef's knife. That blade was very, very shiny, and I could see it from where I was sitting. And when he pulled it out of her and pushed it back into
Terrifying.
her.
I mean,
Couldn't
I'm
believe it.
terrified here, sitting across from you.
Absolutely couldn't believe it.
Just picturing this in my mind, I cannot imagine living through what you lived through.
And it was quick. It was not like it took a while for her to get to me. It wasn't like it took a while. Like when I grabbed the back of his shirt and pulled him back, I'm not strong. So, I mean, he got away from me. And that's when my husband started wrestling with him. And the Bertucci's bar is kind of a curved area of a bar. And my husband was right on that curve. And he was wrestling with him. And he had got him back a couple tables, fighting with him to try and get him to stop and get the knife out of his hands. And my husband and I watch a lot of crime shows and stuff like that. And his biggest thing was with when you see someone get stabbed with a knife, it's like, if you have an opportunity, why wouldn't you put your arms around his elbows and keep him from getting that knife up? Like that's exactly what I would do. That's what I would do.
So did he take that technique that he,
yes, I believe he did
shows?
Because he actually crouched down. And I believe he was trying to get him around
his arms around him,
the
bear hug him.
Yes,
and
exactly,
keep his arms away from.
But this guy was a big guy, and he didn't quite get his arms around him in time to stop it. And the guy picked his arm up, and my husband's face was towards the bar, so
he like broke free from the grip and then turned around to your husband.
Nope. My husband had him by the belly. His face was.
Was
on
he
my
facing him, or was he behind him?
No. My husband was facing him now.
Okay.
Because they were wrestling, and the man turned to my husband, and my husband tried to put his arms around the middle of him to get him in that arm lock, and the guy pushed away from my husband and picked his arm up and stabbed him in the temple. So my husband paused, and I just looked at him like, oh my God, he just got stabbed. And I stopped thinking about what the person that had stabbed him was doing. I immediately dropped to the ground to my husband. And if that off-duty police officer wasn't there, or deputy wasn't there, I believe I would have been the next target. Absolutely, because I heard him say, drop your weapon, drop your weapon.
This is Creed now,
Yes.
The off-duty deputy sheriff from Plymouth County.
Yes, and he didn't drop his weapon, so I heard the gunshot, and then I saw him fall to the ground, and heard him yell, drop, let go of your weapon, let go of your weapon. And at that point, it got silent, and then I knew everything was okay now. He was down, and we started screaming, "Call 911! Call 911!" So
because everything was not okay.
I got up, grabbed my phone. I said, "I'm calling 911." Dialed emergency 911. Nobody answered.
Nobody answered. You've got to be kidding me, Rosemary Heath. Hold on here 1 second. I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Rosemary Heath, George Heath's wife, and she was right there with him on Tuesday night as that attack was happening up at Bertucci's in the Silver City Galleria. We'll be right back. The Rock and Fox Show, Fun 107. Fun 107, The Rock and Fox Show, 8:31. And I'm just, I think I speak for everybody here on the Fun 107 staff when I say I am just amazed by Rosemary Heath, the widow of George Heath. Her energy, her composure through all of this as she sits here and she tells us what happened there on Tuesday night. I'm blown away by you.
I do it because he's a good man, and he died saving someone and saving two people.
He did because that waitress
is pregnant, and she's doing very well from what I hear.
She is, and she's also a 4-year-old's mommy.
Oh, I didn't know she had a baby too.
I think she does.
Oh my goodness gracious! And to see this is good. This is really good.
So you were telling us off the air that you just aren't yet thinking about AJ DeRosa.
I think it's because I've made this decision in my head to talk so positively about George. I haven't given him the enough time in my head to determine whether I'm going to be angry at all. I'm sure anger will come. I'm sure it will. I'm not someone who is who lives with any anger in her. I mean, I literally push anger aside, and I don't like to be having anger or
if
be
you
so
have that feeling. Though, I mean, I would be the same way.
Yeah, I don't know how I'll be. I just know at some point I'll probably be angry, and I'll be pissed off and screaming at some things, and I'll just have to take a step back and figure out when that's going to be and deal with it when it comes. So I want my husband, and I wanted my husband to be known as the nice, kind person that he is, and let his students know that he loved them, and he wanted them to go off and have productive lives and have fun and be happy, and realize that their high school years are supposed to be fun. So enjoy it.
Does it help you in any way that there's a whole school community in mourning with you?
Oh, absolutely.
That there's a whole community here on the South Coast in mourning with you. Then I guess that the fact that everybody is affected by this, I hope that brings you a little bit of comfort.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm just thankful that, George's story got out just as much as the tragedy got out. And that was my goal. You can't not have news on the tragedy and the person that did it. And you can't not talk about that, because that's part of it. But you can still talk about how good George was and how the way he acted. And
there's so many.
The outcome of it is sad. I don't know if they had a hero in their life like I did every day. You
were in love with your husband.
Absolutely, 100%.
You are in love with your husband.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, he is a hero.
Thank you.
And as is Officer Creed.
Absolutely. I love that man. And his wife. His wife was the nurse who helped me with my husband in the restaurant.
Wow.
Yes. She came immediately over once someone said they had 911 on. I don't know if she was looking at the girl who was stabbed, but she immediately came over to my husband and grabbed napkins and put it right on his wound, and was like, "George, stay with me. George, stay with me." And then she was directing the other girls that were helping with the pregnant girl, telling her, "Grab napkins. Make sure you're keeping those the pressure on those wounds, all the wounds. Keep talking to her. George, George, George." And she was calm and she was great. And the minute the paramedics came in and took over, this really tall sergeant, and I don't know his name, kind of guided me over and put me into a chair, and that nurse stayed right with me, and God love her. The two of them, they're heroes too. So I mean, they're a couple that I hope enjoys their lives.
Have you had a chance to talk to Creed and since that incident?
No, not him.
Do you want to?
Oh, absolutely. Him and his wife. I want to hug both of them.
What would you say to them? If they're listening right now, what would you say to them?
I'd say, I hope to God you enjoy your lives as much as my husband and I did, because you two are just like my husband and I. You selfishly took care of situations that you didn't realize you were going to be in that night when you went out to eat. And I just hope you enjoy every day with each other and laugh. Oh, my God, please laugh, because that's all my husband and I did. We laughed all the time.
Oh, man, Rosemary, you have such a good attitude with this. I can't even stand it. I really can't. Thank you so much for getting up early and coming in and telling your story and honoring your husband the way he deserves to be honored. And I just hope as, you go through the next few days, which are going to be very difficult, I'm sure, for you, and the coming weeks and months as all this kind of dies down, I just hope you know that this community is just really behind you and your family.
That's good.
I don't know what else to say.
That's good. I hope they are. Thank you very much.